As one of the leading international financial centers, you can expect Hong Kong to be filled with investors. And over the years, more people are becoming one as more ventures come about. Some you might even find surprising. This week on DV, we are exploring different opportunities that could bring financial returns and others that go beyond monetary value. After all, the best investment you can make is in yourself.
I've got a question for you. Fencing, windsurfing, shopping, investing. What is the one common denominator between these four things? No? Well, the answer is Hong Kong is very good at all of them. I mean, if shopping and investing were sports, I'm pretty confident that we will be on the podium every single time. Now, I don't know anyone who has combined fencing with windsurfing yet, but I do know some very enterprising individuals who has combined shopping with investing. But how does it work? Does it work? Let's find out.
Exactly how do shopping and investing tie in together? Can't wait to find out. Who are we speaking with first, Darren?
So, Audrey, with the dawn of the internet, how do you see the retail industry change?
The retail industry has changed quite a bit. I mean, look at where we are. Traditionally, this is Sneaker Street, where people come and try on sneakers and buy the sneakers in Hong Kong. That's why we particularly chose this location to put our retail space. But at the same time, a lot of people are moving that to online shopping. And through online, you have access to all these products that you aren't able to see just in one location itself. So it really just broadens your horizons for everything that's available to you.
But, I mean, there are also good points about traditional stores as well, right? You can try the right size, and if you buy directly from certain brands, you know it's the real thing.
As a brand, we are really all about our rigorous verification process. What that means is that every seller that comes through sells something with us, we take it back to our authentication centers, and then we go through this process where we check for authenticity. We check for, is it the right size? What is the condition? Are all the accessories that come with it the correct products and so forth? After we make sure that everything is legit, everything is real, everything is authentic, then we send it off to the buyer.
So what is the mission and vision of the company? How do you guys see yourselves in this sort of new online world?
We want to make sure that we have a very, very broad catalog for our buyers as well as sellers, so that it creates opportunities for them to make money as well as to purchase whatever they want. So in our catalog right now, we have over 150,000 products.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's quite a bit.
That's a lot of browsing.
That's a lot of browsing, which you would not be able to find if you just walked into any store. You would probably maximum see a couple hundred products. So online, it really is limitless.
So I want to talk about COVID as well. Obviously, COVID brings challenges to all the business globally. Has it affected you guys much? I mean, you guys are online. And also, is it also a bit of an opportunity as well?
It's a huge opportunity for us because COVID, everyone was under lockdown. So therefore, it actually had created a lot more moments where people were locked at home, where they could just do even more browsing online. And because of that, they were able to explore some brands and some products that they've never seen before. So for us, we actually launched in Hong Kong at the end of 2020 during COVID, and we've grown a lot bigger than we were back since 2020.
So Edward, where are we?
We are in the authentication center in Hong Kong.
Okay, and I suppose this is where you work?
Yeah, exactly.
So how do you get into this business?
I'm a sneakerhead just like everybody else. So when I came back from university, I graduated, and back in 2020. Our company just started to launch their first authentication center in Hong Kong. So I just applied it just like everybody else, and here we are.
So this is like, professional level, right?
Exactly.
Is there a lot of training that you have to do to get to this level?
Before working in this company, you have to go through a month-long program of training. And after that, we got an onboarding program. So basically, you're going to shadow our authenticators and also working alongside with them. So in our company, we got a database which consists of billions of data points. And we also got a dedicated team which collects data, which manage them and also leverage them into some materials for training. So we got weekly or even bi-weekly updates for our team members so they can keep their knowledge up to date. During authentication, we got over like 50 checkpoints on average. And things we do are like detail of the packaging, from the tissue paper, the box label, and font size. And
font size?
Yeah.
Wow, I never thought of that.
And we also look at the product itself, so make sure it's the right colorway, the right model, and the right size. And after that, we're going to do some detail checking, such as any manufacturing defects, any damage, is it dead stock, which means is it brand new, unworn, and also some stitching, gluing, and stuff. We also use different kind of technology, such as artificial intelligence and different kind of tools to help us to pinpoint every single detail in our verification process.
It sounds very strict.
Yep,
But I mean, the counterfeiters are also very smart.
exactly.
I mean, are there any instances where one or two sort of they slip through the fingers? I mean, what happens then?
So after our verification process, we're going to attach a tag on the product itself. So if anything that you're concerned with, make sure you don't cut the tag and just contact our customer service.
Oh, and that's sort of the final defensive line
Exactly.
to make sure everything is real, I suppose.
Yes.
Can you give me some very general tips as to how I can identify what's fake and what's real?
Definitely the smell, because different material and different glue have different kind of smell. And actually, different silhouette also get different kind of smell.
Oh.
And you have to get familiar with the packaging as well. So sometimes shoes come with special laces, special tissue paper, and finally, overall construction of the shoe, like stitching, like the material of the shoe and the shape of the shoe, etc.
So Don,
Hi.
how did you get your start in this selling business?
Well, at the very beginning, we just pop into an outlet shoe stores and then we find out one of the pair of shoes and then we match it in the online reselling market. And then we find that there are a price difference that we can earn profit on it. At the very beginning, we just start like that.
So where are you now? What's your journey been like?
We start reselling
Yeah.
in the online market is back to 2020. But for now, we have 3 teams and we got around 10 employees.
What helped you guys to become so successful so quickly?
Well, the platform definitely gives us a huge advantage in reselling because, in these past 2 years, the COVID, no one in Hong Kong will try to purchase the shoes online because they have no this kind of trend, this kind of habit. And there are no tourists, so it is impossible to sell in a local market.
Yeah.
So with the platform, they give us advantages to reach the international buyers. The most important thing is that they provide a legit authentication services.
Yeah, so they're verified.
Right.
As a buyer, that's the one thing they worry about, right?
Right.
Buying
of course.
fake shoes.
Yes.
So if a seller get caught selling fakes,
Right.
what's the consequence?
The platform will have immediate penalties directly to the sellers, and the account may be locked down or downgraded.
So they put you out of business if it gets really bad.
Yes.
I see. So in your business, and you've been quite successful at it, what do you think is the most important thing? Is it the range of products you have? Is it having real things, or is it the trust?
Look around in this place.
Yeah.
Every kind of these shoes, everyone know that these shoes are making money.
Yep.
But most of the people, they have neglected the importance of some lower-end shoes, the seasonal items. The profit margin may be small, but there are enough skills.
I see. So it's not always going for the biggest wins or the biggest hitters.
Yes.
You have to do the smaller items to
Right.
sort of keep it afloat as well.
Yes.
Hi, Fred.
Hey Darren,
Would you call yourself a sneakerhead?
I wouldn't say I'm a sneakerhead,
Right.
but I like to collect stuff, including sneakers
Okay.
and other things too.
So what's the draw for you to get on the online platform to buy shoes rather than, because Hong Kong is so convenient, right? You
Right.
just pop down to the store, you can try it on, and then you can have them right away instead of waiting in the post. So what's the draw?
Firstly, for the platform, an online platform, you could also get items that are exclusive release items in other countries. Let's say in America or in Japan, that you wouldn't be able to get here in Hong Kong. So this platform gives you access to those items.
Right.
So that's what I usually look out for.
But because of that, the price sort of varies as well, doesn't it? It's quite volatile.
Yeah, I mean, there'll be some price variations. Of course, when an item is released,
Yeah.
there'll be a bit of like hype to it. So maybe the price is a bit higher in the beginning. So you just kind of have to be patient and just kind of like do your own research.
How do you gauge that though? Like, got any tips for me? So if I buy online, I don't pay too much.
Well, the platform has a really good pricing engine.
Okay.
So, like for example, when you go look at view market data,
Yeah.
you can kind of see what the transactions were, like over like the last 24 hours or the last few days, and you can see sort of like what price ranges are. So you just kind of have to kind of gauge, see what you're willing to pay and not pay.
So why do you enjoy it? Is it beyond the obviously you're not buying them to resell them?
I think most collectors are hoarders by nature.
Right.
So I am a self-professed hoarder. So sometimes it's just the act of like having the whole set or just consuming.
Yeah. So for you, it's sort of beyond monetary. It's sort of like a passion.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a passion. I have enjoyment to it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, like if I buy something and then all of a sudden the price increases later on, then
Yeah.
at least it's like a nice surprise. But first and foremost, I buy it because I like it.
Undeniably, the internet has made things a lot easier, and the convenience of the whole ecosystem has helped business thrive. But my biggest takeaway today is that this entire operation really hinges on one thing, which is the quality of the verification system. Because the platform really is acting as sort of a referee between buyers and sellers. For the buyers, obviously, they get a peace of mind. But for the resellers as well, they can quickly gain trust from the sellers so they can start doing business. And also, for the resellers, they are constantly locked in a battle against the brands who would obviously prefer that you buy directly from them. But clearly, the demand is there and the supply is small enough that some items will become valuable investments in the future. So, to do or not to do? Well, that's entirely up to you. But you've got to accept that risk is a part of the game.
We're back, and Joyce is in Causeway Bay exploring another investment venture.
Have you ever thought about the phrase, "have you eaten yet," being a love language? This is especially common in Chinese culture, where your parents would go, "Have you eaten yet? Are you coming home for dinner?" That's their way to show you love and care. And that's why investing in a kitchen is so important. Today, we'll be looking at how redesigning your kitchen can turn it into a place not just for cooking, but a cozy space to spend quality time with your family and friends.
They say food is a way to someone's heart, and it makes sense. An investment in your kitchen can definitely create space to build stronger relations. Let's find out more.
Hi, Danny.
Hi, John.
Could you share with us the recent trends for kitchen design?
I think when it comes to kitchen design, there's so many criteria we have to consider. First of all, such as the space layout. In many cases, we're dealing with a open kitchen. So when it comes to open kitchens, we can always consider to have an island kitchen, just like what we're having here.
Yep.
It gives you a more like dynamic kind of spatial kitchens that you can interact with your diners, your friends when you're cooking. There's also another trend like if you have a bigger space, bigger home, you can consider having a Chinese cooking kitchen within the kitchen enclosed space. And you have a dry kitchen outside of the kitchen, which is near the dining areas.
When you mean dry kitchen is for you to just do the
Yeah,
chopping
you can
work?
do some choppings, you can put your like water machines there and things like that, or even a small fridge of wine storage over there. So it makes it more like interesting space. And in terms of colors, I think it's very personal.
Yeah.
But when you talk about trends, we may be dealing with more like earth tone colors in recent years. But there's one thing is always true, which is nature-inspired materials, which means we always have like earth-looking materials, and sometimes we have timber-looking materials. So this is always like timeless materials we can always use, and black and white is always true. When it comes to appliances, I think everyone is very health conscious. So actually there are less people using microwave these days. You can consider having an oven,
Is that better than a microwave?
and even you can consider having a steam oven.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially Chinese cooking, we have lots of steamed dishes. On the stove itself,
Yep.
I think it's always nice. People have very good feedback on using open flame
Yeah.
because somehow it's cooked easier, quicker, and many people say it tastes better. Also about the storage, I think lots of people are concerned about storage inside, such as this kind of shelvings.
Yeah.
Especially in Hong Kong, we have rather small kitchen. We always have a a dead corner. But with that corner, we can always use some intelligent shelving system to make use of this space. So this one's here. You can just slide it out.
With COVID happening in the recent years, a lot of more people are staying home, they're
Yeah.
cooking more at home.
Yeah.
Has that driven more people to redesign their kitchens?
It's very true because COVID kind of keep people within their home much more time. Some people work from home, so that tends to more people cooking at home. So when it comes to kitchens, I think there's many more people come back to here and they want to refresh the kitchen.
Make it nicer.
Yeah, make it nicer. From the whole kitchen layout to the design, to the cabinets, to the appliances. And I think due to COVID, there are many people that are more hygiene concern and health concern. When it comes to that, I think we have a good range of materials which is antibacterials, and they are very easy to maintain and hygienic. For examples, we have this kitchen here, as you can see. It looks like stones, but it's actually artificial stones. So
And they're using the nanotechnology.
yes, definitely. So you can't get any dirt into it. It's very easy to maintain.
So let's say I want to redesign my own kitchen. Where
Yes.
should I start?
I think first of all, you have to understand what you need, what your preferences are, and try to write down a design brief. And then secondly, you can try to search for a good designer to work with,
Like yourself.
like myself. Yes, definitely. And then thirdly is to find good kitchen cabinet makers. They know what they're doing, they're professionals, and they give you good confidence to work together with.
Because there's like cabinets everywhere.
Yeah, because there are lots of things you have to consider. Even in kitchens, seems to be a small space, but everything is very compact. When it comes to a good cabinet designers or makers, they have a very streamlined surface. They can line up all the vendors for you, like the appliances vendors, all the electricians, even the gas suppliers. So sometimes even your management office, they can help you provide with you. So you don't have to deal with all those hassles and travels and things like that.
So it's like a one-stop service.
Definitely.
Hi, Aiden.
Hi, Joyce.
Can you share with us your most memorable kitchen design project?
For me, my favorite kitchen design project is all-black kitchen for a mature local couple. And it really surprised me that they're actually quite open for bold ideas.
Yeah.
If I compare to other projects, they're even more adventurous than some young couple nowadays.
They're more adventurous than me. All black is more like chic and stylish, right?
It's actually quite a long-lasting color. You don't even notice when it's actually some dirt or
Wear and
scratches.
tear, yeah.
For me, I find the inspiration of the all-black kitchen is where I saw it in the showroom, and I experienced the new texture. It's a nanotech surface materials that gives a special reflection and touch, and it also offers a little bit of a self-repairing. Even after the scratch, you can repair it with some heat, and it become like new. It was interesting that I was able to experience the material in the showroom. Therefore, I proposed the idea and they loved it. And I bring them along to the showroom. Once they see it, they touched it, and they actually loved it. You can't do everything in a digital image, or even if you spend the effort to do a video, the texture, you can't really understand how it feels in a computer. So I think it really helps
To have a showroom, right?
to have a proper showroom that it shows a large variety of combination of colors, even the new technologies or the accessory, especially that nowadays the color range it's so wide.
Yeah.
It's beyond the traditional where you often see a white or the wood texture. Now you see it's even have stone texture finish, and you often see quite popular that designers would use a huge contrast in the kitchen from the top and the bottom half to split the bulkiness of the kitchen.
So how do you go about building a new relationship with a client?
It's more like making a new friend. I have to get know about their lifestyles, their interests, The first few meetings with my client, I actually just sit down and try to chit chat with them, because each interior project or even architectural project, it's like a storytelling process. It has to show the unique personality or interests. If I get the involvement with my client, they actually feel the belonging that it's part of their project as well. It's not just my project. For me, I personally love my project. So in order to have the same passion, you have to bring them along so they love their own project as well.
The kitchen is the heart of my home because it's a place where I spend a lot of time cooking and bonding with my loved ones. That's why during COVID, I upgraded a lot of my cooking utensils and all. After speaking with Danny and Aiden today, they've really stirred up my interest in redesigning the kitchen as a whole. It's something I'd be looking into exploring.